Welcome to our hangout. And my name is Thomas, and I'm one of the internet marketing freaks. And we got an interesting hangout for you guys today. And we actually got a guest with us today here on the panel, and that's one of the things that we're going to do a lot more. And I got John and Gail with me here too, and we actually met our guest here to an awesome event very recently, last weekend it was. And Teresa, I want to welcome you here. And how are you doing today?
Great, thank you. It was great to meet all of you. We actually had a blast in Charlotte over the weekend, and I made lots of new friends. So I'm very appreciative of the people that I have now in my circle. It's awesome.
Yeah, well, it's great to have you here, and it's one of the great things about going to events. It's to make new friendships, and it's awesome with all the technology that we can actually hang out here online and keep building the relationship, the friendships, and learn from each other. And that's what we're going to do today. But I'm just going to introduce the other two freaks here on the hangout, and I got John with me here. And how are you doing in Boston today, John?
Doing well, thanks. I'm always glad to be here, and it's good to see you again, Teresa, and you, Thomas, and Gail.
That's great, John. And how about you, Gail? Are you doing good?
I'm so excited to have another girl on the panel here today. Loving it.
That's good.
That's good. It was so fun seeing you guys. Was it last weekend? It seems so long ago already. But I think it was last weekend. It was
I guess great. It was last weekend. So yeah, that was awesome. And like I said, it was very nice meeting you, Teresa, in Charlotte. But also for John and Gail, this was the first time that we actually met in real life, and that was awesome. And so fun stuff, and just great to meet people and connect and share some good stuff and help each other out. So that's what we're here for, and that's why we're doing these hangouts. And it's a lot of fun, and I think most of the time we always learn something when we're on here. So it's going to be a great day, and we're going to try to keep it around half an hour or something, so it's not too long. But now we got a guest today, so if I hope I can keep John from not talking too much, but we'll see how it goes today. But because we have a guest, Teresa, and that's great you're here, and then I'm really excited to hear a little more about who you are and what's going on. Maybe you can share a few ideas, a few golden nuggets from what you're working with, because we all do an online business, and we all kind of doing it in our own different way. So it's not like you need to find one specific way to do an online business, one strategy. We can all do it in our own personal way, and we can all learn from each other. So I will turn it over to you, Teresa, and then hear a little about your story and what's going on with you.
Awesome, thank you. Well, my name is Teresa Keiser, and I am from the wonderful state of Wisconsin. Yes, I'm a cheesehead. Okay. So,
love cheese, love cheese, love cheese, love cheese.
Well, California is kicking our butts in cheese now. So anyway, I have two children. They're 11 and 22, and my son is special, so I get to stay home and be his caregiver. He will probably never leave home. So that's one of my reasons of why. Actually, my kids are my reasons why I wanted to stay home and just be a mom and be there for my kids. And I started out doing, several different multi-level marketing businesses. I did Avon for a while, and there's nothing wrong with these companies, so don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing any companies at all, but you have to find one that fits you. Everyone has a different learning style, different curve, and what's very important is you say, okay, well, this is for me, this is not for me. But the biggest thing that turned me off about some of the network marketing companies is a lot of them didn't like to take it offline, or online, excuse me. They were all offline and didn't like to take it online. And one of the specific companies that I was working with was, saving people money on their energy bills or their cable bills or, all this kind of stuff, security systems. And I said to my sponsor, I said, okay, so what do I do next? We'll make a list of your friends and family. Okay, now, I don't know about you, but for me, I'm a stay-at-home mom and I'm an in-home caregiver, so the consistency of me socializing with people consists of me going to the mailbox and socializing with the mailman on occasion, so it didn't really work. It consisted of my family, which is very, very small, and we're out of contact. So these people from high school, if I started calling them up, they're going, I haven't heard from her in 20 years, So it just wasn't for me, and it wasn't working out. And then I found the opportunity that we are in, and I absolutely love it because I'm actually able to reach out through the world of social media, videos. Video marketing is actually one of my specialties, and I do all my own video editing. And I know a couple of people on the panel here have actually seen, a few of my videos. But I think videos are a way for you to reach out personally, just like all of us. We actually didn't meet before an event, but if you ever watch someone on YouTube or any other, don't stick to just YouTube. That's a tip that I will give you. I also use MetaCafe, Daily Motion, Vimeo, other video channels. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, because what if something happens to your YouTube channel and somebody that's a hater comes along and closes your channel because you're talking about something that ticks them off? You can't please everybody. It's just like running a restaurant. Some people's going to like this food and some people aren't. That's how that it's going to work. But the one thing that I've learned about videos, and here's a little tip that I'll give you if you start doing any type of video marketing at all, is if you're using YouTube, that's fine. That's a good way to get a lot of social interaction. Make sure that whatever your topic is, the keyword that you're targeting, is said in the first 7 to 10 seconds of your video. Believe it or not, YouTube and Google look at that. So whatever you're targeting, if you're targeting a certain product, say, today we're going to talk about blah, blah, blah. That's the keyword that you're targeting. Also, YouTube has a little editor that you can use to put annotations on top. It's very simple and easy to use. In the first 7 to 10 seconds of your video, put that keyword up in the top left-hand corner. It doesn't have to be real big, but it gives your viewer the subject of the video, and also it helps you rank in the search engines. And the last tip that I would give you, too, in your video marketing is when you're all done, it's a good idea to put a link to your video, like where you type your description for your video. YouTube will give you a link to your video, and you hit return 3 or 4 different times, and at the bottom of that description, put the link to the YouTube video right in the description. Put a link to your own video, because you're creating a backlink to your video. Just like Facebook likes its own stuff. If you upload a video to Facebook, they're going to like that better than putting a link to a YouTube video inside your Facebook, because Facebook likes its own stuff. So YouTube likes its own stuff as well. Also, in your description, keep it long. Use the keyword 3 to 5 times in your video, and also put your domain name in the beginning, and make sure you use HTTP and then the domain name in the beginning of the video as well. And that'll help you do that. And also use Fiverr.com. There's a lot of places where you can get backlinking, not YouTube views. Get backlinking, provide the link to your video in backlinking, and that'll help you to get more views, and people will be able to get to know, like, and trust you a little bit better. I've also had, experience in WordPress and web design, and I also do all of my own graphics. So my oldest student, as John was quite impressed, is actually 90 years old. And I used to run a computer store for about 8 years, and I sat her down and taught her how to use a computer. So the message that I would put out here to anybody is, you know what, I don't care where you're from, what country you're from, any walk of life, experience level, absolutely anybody can do this, but it has to be something that you want so badly that has to come from within you. And you have to be able to block everyone else out and say, this is what I want for me, and this is what I want for my family. And and think of it this way, the last time that I checked, other people's opinions were not paying my bills. And you need to remember that as well. My name is Teresa Keiser, and you can find me on facebook.com/Teresa Keiser on my fan page.
Thank you very much. And, yeah, it's a good tip on YouTube, and I really agree with you. That's awesome tips, and that's probably what I really like with our business, is that we can learn so much from each other. and that is so much more powerful than what you actually talk about, Teresa. Like you go out to your friends and family and ask them, what should I do? Should I run an online business? And they give you all kind of crappy answers because they don't know how to do it, and they are scared of doing their own business, or they are scared of losing their job or something. So they give you some answers that you can't really use because you need to find out what you want to do with your life and what kind of business you want to run, and that's why I really like connecting with guys like you here on the panel, because we all have the same vision, we have the same dream of creating something awesome on the internet and connecting with a lot of people and help them doing the same thing. So when we ask each other and we inspire each other and we help each other, that helps us all in the same direction, and that is the direction of getting closer to our dream and getting closer to have the success that we really want to create, So that was really awesome, and I don't know, Gail or John, you have a question for Teresa, or?
Well, I definitely agree with what Teresa said about that happened to me. My YouTube was shut down when I first got started online, and their reason was because I watched a video, one of a great internet marketer, and because I watched the video, and I thought, what? I mean, I couldn't believe it. But they like held my YouTube, hostage, and I kept trying to fight it. Like, what did I do wrong? I didn't even do anything. And so I was forced to go to other places. But I went to Dailymotion and Vimeo, and it's so true. But we get into our habits, and so when we get on YouTube, we start learning it. We have a comfort zone with it, and you always think, you're fine, everything's going fine, until all of a sudden it doesn't go fine. So you always have to have a backup because, our life is video. I mean, that's how we're reaching the world. So you really never want to have to start from scratch. And they're all very similar, but they all have different tweaks because they compete with each other. So it's good. Exercise your brain. Take the girdle off your brain and get out of your comfort zone and go to one of those other sites so that you can start at least, a little foundation there, just in case. You never know what's going to happen. But I love that. And I love that she's so generous with her knowledge. She taught me a lot over the weekend, and, I wish we could have just sat there for days, but of course I do have a husband I love and had to come home to, so.
Yeah, Tube Mogul is important to use, too. Tube Mogul will let you take that one video and put it to several different channels, and the last time I checked, it was free. So you upload it to one place, and it distributes it to several.
Two as in the number 2, or 2WO, or what? Tube Mogul.
Tube as in tube top. Tube.
Oh, Tube.
Mogul, M-O-G-U-L.
Tube
Okay.
Mogul. Tube Mogul.
Tube as in tube. Gotcha.
Tube
Inner
Mogul.
tube. Thanks.
Hey, well, just my 2 cents worth, real quick. I know I usually get long-winded, but I really enjoyed meeting you last weekend, and it's what I was really impressed by was the fact that you had actually taught somebody who was 90 years old. I'm 60, so I've still got a little ways to go to hit that, but I figure if somebody 90 can learn, I've got some hope. And I'm here. I've got my own little specialty here. I mean, I like to create content and that kind of stuff. I'm a pretty good writer, I guess. But there's still just so much I got to learn. And one of the things that I'm really glad about by being a member of the Freaks here is that, between all of us, we're connecting with some really great people, like you, Teresa. And we hope to have you back in many, many, many times. And this way here, you can just pop in for 10 to 15 minutes, share a little tip or some way to do something, and even if you've got something of your own that you're trying to promote, geez, go right ahead, please do it. Because if we can possibly help you in any way, that's you're helping us, so we definitely want to help you too. So I'll turn it back to somebody else so I don't keep going for the next 31 minutes.
That's okay, John. We love you. You have some good stuff to share, and one thing I actually want to add with this using different platforms for your videos is that I see some search here in Denmark that it seems like my video on some channels on some keywords rank better than other. So by using different channels or different platforms, you can also maybe for some platforms it's a little easier to rank for some words than it is on others, or you can. I have done a little test and actually uploaded the same video with a different title, but the same keywords are in the title on all the platforms. And it's a little long keyword, but still I have managed to get like 8 out of 10 on page 1 places, and it was the 8 top ones, and I didn't get the 2 bottom ones. It's not giving me a lot of traffic or anything because it's a little long keywords, but it was still fun to see that they all start popping up. And it was kind of like I was dominating that one long keyword search, so that makes you think a little like, if I could do that on some little more competitive keywords, even that it was maybe not 8 out of 10, it's a little I think you really need some search, some keywords that really nobody knows much about, but still I think if you can have 2 or 3 videos on some keywords on page 1, maybe 1 up in the top and 2 down in the bottom, that will still make some people searching for that keywords. They will notice that and they'll think, well, why is that person 2 or 3 times here? That must be something good, and maybe on that keyword you can have your blog or your Facebook page or something too, and that is powerful. And so one thing that you get more attention because you're there on different levels or different what should I say in English, like 2 or 3 search
platforms.
On page 1, but that also means that somebody else of you're competing against, you push them over to page 2. So it's really important to use different platforms and play with it. So I don't know if you have any thoughts about that, Teresa?
Yeah, sometimes different platforms rank differently. So think about all the millions and millions of users that are on YouTube, and then compare it to how many do you think are on like Metacafe. Metacafe, I found that I can actually rank something a little bit better on Metacafe than I can on YouTube because there's not much competition. So if I'm trying to, catch something that's, like I want to rank in SEO, I would actually use that instead, or in addition, because then you can, pull more of the first page of Google, and the idea is you want to be found, you want to be noticed. But the other thing in the background, remember, is, you don't want to have, again, all your eggs in one basket, because what if YouTube didn't work out for you, and Gail had her whole channel banned. I've seen people with 100, 200 different videos, and all of a sudden your YouTube is gone, and so are you, according to the world. So
terrible.
put it in different places. Spread your content around. Don't keep it to just YouTube. Yes, YouTube is run by Google. It's one of the largest social platforms. That's cool and fine and dandy. But use another platform instead as well, and not only that, you can help yourself rank a little bit better by using other video platforms. And a lot of people, they don't think about that. And actually learned that from one of my mentors. Don't put everything in one place because it could be dangerous.
Yeah, I guess on YouTube you can always have different channels, but still that will limit you because you're still only on YouTube, and I still think it's also a good signal that you send to people that they see you on different platforms, and it seems like you can have your stuff ranking from different places. So that will maybe send a signal to some people that are considered doing business together with you or joining your business or your team, and they think, well, this guy or girl must know something because they're not only on YouTube or on Facebook or something. They're actually out using different platforms. So it's and it's really a question of thinking long terms. What can happen in a few months. And I haven't heard so much about people getting shut down on YouTube lately, but a few months ago it was a big thing. So I don't know if it's kind of stopped again or what. But you never know what's going to happen in a few months, or the ranking of, I think ranking on Google.com on your YouTube videos, it's probably still gonna be a lot easier than for the future, because Google own YouTube, but still there can come up other search engines that kind of start taking over, and they will rank videos from other platforms than YouTube, and maybe 6 months, a year, 2 years, and all of a sudden you're there because you have 200 videos on another platform that social media platform or that search engine is really happy about, and are ranking really good, So it's really a question of just getting out there as many places and try to learn if there's some small things you can do on these different platforms that makes your content rank a lot better, So, but they're kind of similar, and it's get your stuff on there and use some good keywords and get some links to it. Have somebody come and watch it, and so good stuff. And I really enjoy our talk here. And how about you, John? I'm a little worried. You're very quiet today, so maybe I was a little too rough on you, or?
Yeah, you did. You hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I know.
He can take it. He can take it.
So, any more questions for today?
I have a question for Teresa. Teresa, what's your favorite thing to teach? What's your favorite thing to teach where you've gotten the best results?
Actually, that's a very good question. I was going to try to squeeze that in, but it's like you're mind reading me over there. That's kind of weird.
Law of attraction.
I think if we share value with people, and I learned this from some of the top internet marketers, if you share what you know, we always take advantage of the things that we take for granted. Well, so-and-so knows how to build a capture page, don't they? No, it's something that you learn, that you acquire. Someone else knows how to, do this or that on Facebook. So what I try to do is take a beginner's approach and do screen shares. Now, I actually use screen capture software called Camtasia, where they can see the recording on my screen. And I think John got a chance to watch one of these the other day, but it also shows your face. So it shows who's teaching that while you're doing that. But
in
that
the little
software
square at the bottom, the little square at the bottom, is that what that is?
Yep, it's Camtasia Studio. If you don't, that program is a little pricey.
Oh, it is?
Okay.
It costs money?
Yeah, it costs money. But the one thing that I can recommend, if you can't use that, but it may not put your face in there, I haven't tried it, but I have heard it's good. It's called Screencast-O-Matic. So if you know how to do something, and it's just simple stuff, how to create a group chat on Facebook, or how to forward your domain name, people look at that and they say, wow, this person, really knows what they're doing. And those are the videos that I've actually gotten the most views on, is just sharing some of the stuff that I know. So by doing that, showing that you're a leader, you actually create some followers. In order to get followers, you got to show that you're a leader first. And that was actually mentioned in our event over the weekend as well. And I very much agree with that.
Yeah, I like that. I wrote it down.
I wrote down
Taking notes. Taking notes. When we get some value, we write it down because it's important. My brain is not always going to remember, so.
Yep, but yeah, good stuff, guys, and maybe we should finish off from today. If nobody have any final question or something you want to share?
Well, we only wanted to do a half hour, so.
Yep.
What's that?
We could be here for hours.
We could be here for hours, like Gail said, especially if you let me do any talking. So
yeah, but you're allowed to do a lot of talking, John. I was just giving you a little hard time.
I know that. You want me to save it for after the recording so people don't fall asleep. I understand what you're saying. I understand.
So people don't fall asleep? They don't fall asleep with you, John.
Well, that's true. They don't.
Yeah.
I usually.
So you guys know I'm going to try to put out like 2 tutorials a week at least with screen shares so that people can watch and learn from those. So if you're interested, just kind of keep your eye on my wall, and I'll make sure that they're up there.
Cool.
Do you use your Facebook personal wall a lot for? I mean, I know it's one of the things I'm trying to really learn about Facebook. I mean, personal. I look at my personal Facebook account as being just a place to really be chatting with friends. Even though my friends are growing, the list is growing, but there's the intimate friends, the family, and all these types. And these people really, I don't think they really want to know what I'm doing. I mean, they're interested, but not really, you know.
I actually sort them. I sort them out in lists, okay? And then when I make a post, I choose if I want it to be public, or if I have, I have a list called professional, that then only people professional. So my friends and family don't go, oh, there she is promoting that thing again. You know what I mean? So if you're at a small part right now with friends, your friends list, take just a day. If you have 200-300 friends, just take some time and go through them and sort them out. If I know that they're associated with one business or another, and I'm going to promote a product that only those people would benefit from, obviously I'm going to choose that custom list of who sees that post. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that, but you can choose who sees and who doesn't see your posts. Even if you black out, a certain person, show this post to everyone except so-and-so. Because I have some people that post some not so nice comments, and I've learned to make a list that excludes those specific couple of people, so that if they don't see it, they can't comment on it, and I don't have a national hater or create a whatever. Sometimes they offer some value, and I have blocked some people, that have consumed a lot of my time, and I just say, you know what, I don't have time to chat all day. I'm sorry. Bye-bye.
I just wanted to ask this question because I'm sure Gail and Thomas are much better on Facebook than I am. This would be a perfect topic to do a little tutorial on how to make a professional list and be able to contact those people with what you really want to talk about business-wise. And then, other things, like if I put a funny image on of my kids jumping in the pool or something, well, everybody can see that. I want everybody to see that I do more than just, work, you know what I mean? But there are the times when I really want to zero in on the people that, that's why I'm building this list, is because I really want to be able to connect with them. And over time, I kind of want to get rid of the ones that really aren't interacting. They're, I'm putting up all sorts of information, but they never seem to be responding or connecting or something. Well, then it's time to, remove them from the 5,000, get rid of those couple of hundred and put on some fresh ones and see whether they're, good people. You know what I mean? It's
But isn't that the difference with the fan page versus the other pages? Like, don't you have like the fan page, and that's a separate page, right?
This is yours,
Yes,
Teresa. Yep, go ahead. What do you think?
Is that for Teresa? What do you think about that? Is that where you separate people?
I do have a fan page, and it recently reached 500 likes. I'm about halfway to 1,000, but I keep a lot of that business, but sometimes I put personal stuff too. I follow like an 80-20 rule, okay? So 80% business, but 20% to show, hey, I'm a real person. And I do that same thing on my Facebook, my personal wall too, picking and choosing who I want to see. Obviously, if I have a picture of a graduation or something, it shows that, hey, I have the free time to go and do this, whereas if I had a regular job, I wouldn't be able to go and do that. And it also shows B that, hey, I'm a real person. I have a life just like you. I get up and put my underwear on the same way. We all have the same kind of life events, and it happens. When you pick and choose your Facebook friends, when you go and look at someone's Facebook wall, if it's all ads, I'm going to tell you right now, don't waste your time. You want to be connecting with a real person who has a real purpose on Facebook, because it's all about marketing with people, not just blasting your stuff out there. We're all people. We need to connect in a way that, we say, well, hey, how's your family? How's your kids? Because then it shows that you care about someone too. You know what I'm saying? So you have to show the human factor, is what I call it.
Yeah, I really agree. And what I heard is that you also maybe want to be a little careful, not put too much business stuff on your personal wall, because it seems like Facebook don't really like that, and that's not really the purpose with your personal wall. Is if you want to do business on Facebook, you should make a fan page, and you do the business on the fan page. But what I try to do is put a lot of business stuff on fan page and then share it on my personal wall if I think it's something that I want to share with somebody, and then my friend who don't like that, they can look the other way or I can unfriend them or whatever is going to happen in the future, you know. But still, it's maybe something to think about, that you don't want to put too much business stuff directly on your personal wall, because that could actually get you into some trouble on Facebook. They don't really like that. So that's definitely something to learn and something to think about, and have kind of a strategy about what you post where and how you share it, and yeah, try to balance it a little. And again, I think you're right, Teresa, that you want some personal stuff on there, definitely, to show who you are as a person. So not all business, or, well, what we do is not really ads or like come and buy my stuff. We share good value stuff, or pictures with quotes, or something that's interesting for most people, you know. So maybe it's maybe I don't really worry about that I get into trouble on my personal wall, that they think I put too much business stuff on, because it's not really in a way talking about my product or my business. It's more talking about some of the skills that I have, or some valuable information that I want to share with people. And so far it seems to not make any problems, but definitely something to think about. So I hope that that helped you, John.
Yeah, it did. I like that one takeaway. I'm going to keep it really short. I like what you said. Like on the personal page, you would want to talk 80% personal, maybe 20% business. But I think I would even make it more like 90-10 or 95-5. You know what I mean? But conversely, when you're on the fan page, you want to be talking 80% business to your friends, but add 20% personal. I think that's a really great idea to do it, because, I mean, even your business people need to know that you have a life outside of business. And once again, I think I would just up it a little bit on the percentages, maybe 90-10, even in the fan page. You know, 90% business, but hey, you know, look at the time I have to spend with my grandkids or something. This is awesome because I'm here. You know what I mean? So
Right.
That was a great takeaway. Thanks. But once again, I would like a little bit of a tutorial. Because that's the only way I learn. I mean, maybe a screenshot, or maybe you can make a little video tutorial or something. Believe me when I tell you, I'm going to post it. If it's okay with the freaks, I'm going to post it to the freaks page, so that people can learn from this.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And there'll be a link to you, and there'll also be a link, you know, to us. I mean, this way here, people can connect with you and they can connect with us. So it's a win-win-win-win-win all the way around. You know what I'm saying? So whenever, maybe 3 to 5 minutes, this is how you make a professional list, so that you can talk a little bit of business to your friends without pissing everybody off. Okay.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I put the one tutorial out the other day that you had mentioned. You want to know how to create group chats and how to tag people in comments, which I did speak about today on how to tag people on comments, but that tutorial is actually on my Facebook wall as well.
Okay. I'll go find it. Believe me, I will.
Great. And yeah, Teresa, I actually think that I know quite a lot about what to do on Facebook, but that about making a professional list, I didn't actually know that. So that's good stuff, and I'll look forward to see a video about that and learn a little more about where you click and how you kind of put people in different lists, because as we grow in have more followers and have more friends on Facebook, it's definitely something to think about, that you target your communication, and that's what maybe internet is all about. If you want to be successful, you really want to put the right message to the right people, and don't waste everybody else's time or piss them off, because at another day you have something you want to show to those people that you didn't show yesterday. So it's really important to be able to communicate with the right stuff to the right people. So that's awesome stuff, and that's great. So
that's it. The wrap.
Great.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate being here. It's awesome.
Yep, it was great having you, and really look forward to if you want to come back someday and hang out with us and share some valuable stuff. That's awesome, and like I said, we look forward to your video, and we're definitely going to share it with people. And so thank you for being on, Teresa, and also to you, John and Gail. It was awesome catching up with you guys online here after, well, all three of you an awesome weekend offline, and meet you guys in real life. And
in real life, we got to touch each other and see how tall Thomas is.
Yeah, and I got
very tall.
I got to see how energized and crazy you are,
Thomas is
Gail.
actually
So
5
that
feet
was good.
14 inches tall. I love it. 5 feet 14 inches tall.
5 feet and 14 inches? What?
Right.
You're crazy, John.
I have a gal pal who's 6 foot tall, and I ask her how tall she is. She tells me she's 5 feet 12 inches tall. So.
Oh, I got it. Oh,
get it.
Need another Starbucks.
Yep, there you go.
poor Thomas. He had to go to Denmark to be able to talk.
You lost me there, but maybe I'll see the replay and get the joke. I didn't really catch it, but well, I can always just say I'm not, English is my second language, so I don't understand what you guys are talking about.
Poor
but,
Thomas. Thomas,
yeah,
we love you.
I'll get it someday. So, yeah, awesome hanging out with you guys, and for you guys out there watching, we really hope you find some value from this. And if you want to connect with one of us, you're very welcome. We're all on Facebook, or you can see some of us have our link on here. You can connect with us and ask us questions if something you want to know more about, or you want just to hang out and get to know us, then you'll be very welcome. And we are on Facebook.com/Internet Marketing Freaks. That's where you can find us, and you can find also the replay of this video or this hangout. So see you on Facebook, and guys, thanks, and have a great day.
Thanks, and watch
Bye-bye.
Teresa again and take notes.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.